They've shown initiative or they're just making progress. So then they talked about and they said we need to come up with a name. So they took the first letter of every one of those words and they came up with the word HIP. Well, not really a word, but I guess it's what they call the award is the HIP Award. So lots of times kids are walking through the halls after they get these invitations and said, what's the HIP Award? So students, that's what it is. And you should feel very, very proud because there are probably only about 30 of you who are going to get this award. And you're in a class, I think 6th graders, we have about 352 of you. So parents, I want you to sit back and just feel so proud that your son or daughter is here this morning. So what we're going to do, students, is we're going to call 2 of you at a time to come up here. And we're going to ask you if you can tell us who you think gave you that award. Now the teachers weren't supposed to tell, and I hope they didn't tell you. So anyway, you're going to say, well, maybe it was Miss Steiner, maybe it was Mrs. Kalbrenner. We're going to see if you can guess who submitted your name to us. So Mrs. Berry's going to call out the first 2 students, and they are
Margaret Brady and Jennifer Cruz.
So Margaret and Jennifer, come up here. And you're going to be our models up here today. So Jennifer, I'm going to start with you, and Mr. Brady, you get Margaret. So Jennifer, who do you think gave me your name and said this wonderful student deserves a HIP award? Which teacher? Miss Green? No, that's your math teacher. She didn't do it. Yes, and
Miss Marshall.
no, not Miss Marshall.
Miss Kalbrenner.
No. You have 3 more guesses. Keep going.
Miss Perez.
Yes, Miss Perez is her social studies teacher. But isn't that great that you think so many teachers have so many great things to say about you? And I agree with them. Okay, this is what Miss Perez and Miss Phillips, her student teachers, say. They say that Jennifer always takes her time and turns in work of the highest quality. She participates in class in a positive way and helps others when necessary. Her history notebook is exceptional. Sounds like it's really organized and very detailed probably. She is a great addition to our class. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Devin Delaney and Lauren Dowdell. Aaliyah Farmer and Elliot Phelan. All right, Cody Fuller and Gisela Gonzalez. And Naomi Gonzalez. Edmund Havner and Catherine Jones.
We know who our next Evergreen band teacher will be, Mr. Wentworth.
Enrique Ledesma and Hunter Laird. Juliana Malouf and Kim Lomelli. Jose Martinez and Wyatt Mason. Madison McBride and Lydia McCullum. Miroslav Nichporchuk and Charlotte Olson. Jessica Parakovsky and Erica Pollock. Vanessa Reynoso and Caitlin Price.
Miss Marshall.
Yes, it's Miss Marshall, her wonderful block teacher. And Miss Marshall says that Caitlin is a model student who contributes her best to our classroom discussions as well as exemplifies what good Evergreen students do every single day. She works hard to achieve the goals she has set for herself and encourages those around her to similar expectations. I appreciate Caitlin's willingness to help and her drive to be successful. Let's congratulate Caitlin. I have an assignment for the parents now, the adults. So now let's pretend that I gave you an award like this, but we didn't fill it out. So now you get to look at your son or daughter and tell him or her why you would have given them an award like this last trimester. So go ahead and spend about a minute and a half talking to your son or daughter and tell them what you really appreciate about what they did last trimester. Okay, parents and grandparents, thanks so much for spending about a half hour with us. And Students, we also have an honor roll breakfast in March, so that we hope all of you can be on that. You have to have a 3.5 grade point average and above, so that's a great goal for all of you to work for March. So again, parents, enjoy the 3-day weekend with your son or daughter, and thanks for coming this morning.